Boom, boom. This is Kendra, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Soul Land Reloaded. So we've got a good event up today. We've got Awakening events. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. And we'll do a little bit of chest opening here. I opened some this morning, but I thought I'd go ahead and do a video to finish up the rest of them. Just so we can see how unlucky I get on these Awakening chests. It's amazing that they're called Awakening chests because I actually don't get very many Awakening items out of them at all. I mean, it's really dismal how many Awakening items I get. But we'll see if my luck changes. So let's go ahead and take a look at first what we got. So as mentioned, we got the Asura, Tang, Chen. That is our next character. As I said, he is he's the king of the slaughter arena. He is in the one in control of that there. He has no secret identity, but we're not going to tell you what his secret identity is. You have to watch the anime to find out on that. But so he is the head of the slaughter. So he is our next SS character, not SS plus character. I'm sorry, not surprising at all. Deserves to be SS plus. He's a very, very, very powerful character, and he's going to do excellent damage. He's attacker. So this will give us our third attacker. We've of course had Clear Sky first. Okay, and then we've got Bo came out, SS plus version of her second, and now we've got tank two. So we've got 3 attackers now. So you only really need 2 because you want to have a tank. So right now the optimum team would be either Clear Sky, Bo, or Tank. You know, 2 of those 3 for your attackers. And then you want, of course, the new SS plus Ren. I'll show you her shortly. I do have her maxed out now. And then, of course, you're going to have a healer, which is still the best healer in the game, is SS IN. But I assume we'll be getting a SS plus healer here pretty soon. Probably going to be wrong. I really don't see any other person that they could make. I mean, healers are very limited. I guess they could do Oscar, but we've already got an SS of Oscar, so it's not likely that we're going to get an SS plus for him. My assumption is we'll get an SS plus for an S character healer, which leaves us with pretty much wrong. It could possibly be her father, but that's where I'm leading at right now. So that's what I'm thinking at this point. So I'm assuming that, yeah, so they've got an SS for Oscar, so I don't think it's going to be him. And we've got the SS for Ayen. So my assumption is it could be her father. Wrong's father. This is her father. He could possibly be it, but I'm leaning more probably towards Wrong actually to be the actual healer, SS plus healer that we'll probably get. Right here. So I assume that we'll be getting her in SS plus form. There's just not a lot of healers out there, so we're very limited. There's only like 4 of them, 3 or 4. I mean, they're not going to probably take any of these A or B's up to SS plus. I just don't see the power creep wouldn't be useful. So we've got a Sarg Tang Chen here, and of course he's going to be a beast. Okay, physical attacker. So he's definitely going to be one of, if not the most powerful character in the game. So you're going to have to get him. So we're going to get him. First event they came up, they gave you 90. So you should have 90. So again, we will get another event for him. The Asura Tang Chen event will appear again I think it's ending today. It'll be going on. We'll probably see it sometime next week, end of next week. We'll probably see it again, but it'll pop up, and you'll be able to get 20 more. Okay, and then probably the way it seems to be going right now, with the introduction of another character, they'll give us a Soul Master sale, and you'll be able to get 20 a chest inside of there, which will have 20 shards for Ren, Bo, and Tien in there, and of course Tag Chen will be in there, and that will be how you get the 20 remaining shards. That's the way it's happened for the last 2 for Bo, and it's the way it happened for Ren as well. So we're going to be looking for that. So definitely want to go ahead and look at him. So let's take a look at. So I do have Ren maxed out. I've got it right here. I've got her at I got her at 5. moon, so she's maxed out. Just working on little stuff here and there, uh, getting everything up to one or two in terms of red stars. I've got the items on her for the rings. I've got them up as well. Soul bones, I've got the soul bones. The soul bones are a work in progress, of course. Extended soul bones, I'm going to be putting a sea god set on her eventually. So that's the standard format for that. Of course, once we get Tang, we'll be able to get her fusion skill activated. So that'll be hopefully in the next 3 or 4 weeks. So that's in the Asura Tang Chen event. Right here it is. So basically, you can stuff. I went ahead and purchased up the experience points and the shards. I've still got several rings and stuff left, so I'm not going to do that. Trying to build my gems up because I purchased a lot of stuff in the last event, and just yeah. So this event ends today. Today this will disappear. So if there's anything in it you want to get, make sure you get it today. Okay. Now, time limited event. This is where the big stuff's at. So we got a lot of stuff going on. We've got the login freebies. We got the special sale packs going on where you can get some of the blue silver and all that. They got 3 if you're willing to spend money. Now, in terms of that, gift bag is still going. They've got a Myrtle Herb exchange up, so now's the time to, if you do get some of these, that you can actually purchase and get, S stuff, but you have to actually purchase these. There's no way to get them. Awakening exchange. I went ahead and spent all of the ones that I got right now on Deep Sea Silver, because then I'm going to spend more on Deep Sea Silver, simply because of the fact that I need Deep Sea. I'm really low on that, and I need to start taking Ren up to 4, so I'm going to need quite a hunk of it. This right here, if you want to spend a little money, you can get his awakened weapon, but you can just, I can get this in the shop, so that's not a big deal, and it's going to be several weeks before I have him, so it's not something I'm looking forward right now. Another time limited sale for items here. This is stuff for your herbs. Okay, but there's nothing S in here. So, really. Another one, this is a chance to get an SS weapon. This is not an SS plus weapon. That's an awful lot for an S weapon. So, I hold off on that. So here's the Awakening chest. Now, I've already opened up 11 of them. And that cleared out all of the actual Deep Sea Silver. But I've got a bunch more of the chests, as you can see. I've got enough to open it some more times. So let's just go ahead and see. And let me just see if we can get any awakened items on the chest. Okay, if you open up 10, you get a guaranteed Deep Sea Silver, which is one of the reasons I prefer to wait and do this at an event, so that you can get the other rewards from the tickets and the Deep Sea Silver from inside of the event itself as well too. So some more Deep Sea Silver, we'll always get one of those. I have not, on any of the chests I've opened up, have gotten any awakening type material whatsoever. There's my first one. Got one right there. So I got a support ring. So here's the look at it. So I've opened 20 times, so I've spent roughly 200 of these chests, and I've got one awakening item. One. So this will allow me to fuse something for SS. Okay, so SS Plus, not even close to those yet. However, if I do add this up, I'll be able to have it, but we don't have an SS support character as of yet. Support characters are healers, basically, and we don't have any of them yet. We only got IN. But they've got a category for it, so I assume we are, in fact, going to get an SS character. It seems like the support seems to be really mostly what I get, is the support. I really don't get much of the others. I occasionally get a defense. I don't think I've hardly ever had any of the attacks. So I got some of the attack options inside of chests and stuff, but never from this chest right here. So yeah, not very much of an awakening chest. So let's see how many I have to open up to get the event. But the main reason we're doing it is we're doing it to get the tickets for the awakening weapon. So I think I could open up 15 more times, and that's what I'm going to have to do. So I need 150 of them. How many do I have left? I have 150, so let's go ahead and Let's go ahead and open up the remaining, just clear it out and get the tickets, you know. And the deep sea silver, like I said, I'm going to need a lot of deep sea silver. So let's just see how many I do manage to get in terms of the roughly 350 chest openings I've done here, which is what it'll come to in the end. That percentage is far too low for these. Okay, there's an A wing. So I got a defense ring right here, but that's an A. Not. We should be getting A's and stuff like that. We should be getting those at least every other chest, so that we can start leveling them up and maxing them up, so we can get it to S's and SS pluses. But that's just, yeah, that's way too low on this chest. And here's the last time. Yeah, so, okay, so yeah, so one, so yeah, that's not worth it at all at this point. It's just, yeah, too low. I mean, you know, we should be getting it should be in a format. We should be getting A's regularly, so that we can start working those up to S's, and then combining those S's into SS pluses, so forth and so on. But we can't even do that. We can only combine SS and SS plus. So, really a racket in terms of awakening from that format. But that did allow me to do what I wanted to do, which was get these tickets. So I cleared out all of this. So basically, you got 20 deep sea silver from this, and a total of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 3,500 in terms of tickets. So that's going to get me close. So what I want to do is I want to double awaken Rinse a Weapon. That's my next for focus at this point. So as you can see, I can do that right now. I can purchase that because I think it's 50. I think it's 50. I think it's 5,500 actually. Yes, it is 5,500 to double. So that's going to take, so 11,000 basically is what you're going to need to purchase, and then I'll be able to double awaken that. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so all those are gone. So now let's go back to Ren. Okay, so as you can see, it takes about 12. So you're going to need quite a this to do this. So let's go ahead and awaken that. I'm over 600, so that's not something to consider. So I would go ahead and take it up to 4. 4 is the mainstay for all this stuff. That's the reason I got the decided to use all of the actual chests and whatnot, so I'd have enough to actually awaken these up to 4. Okay, so there we go. So four's the shot for right now. That's maximum as to where I'm going right now. We'll of course have to do the continue up to 6. Of course, I think 6 is final as far as you can go. But okay, so Red is now pretty much. She actually passed up Ayen, which I thought she would here eventually. But so now, as you can see. The main team's looking pretty good in terms of awakening and everything. I've got everything awakening done. So she's pretty much done in terms of immediate. Okay, so right now I'm going to start saving up and focusing on Tang Chen, because of course we're going to need Tang Chen. He will most likely replace the one on Bandit Sword Deo Chen. So we'll have to see exactly the way that goes. But so yeah, so we'll probably have, you know, Clear Sky, Ren, Tang Chen, and then we'll have Ayen. That'll be the next focus for the main team. So we just have to wait until that happens. But yeah, got a big, the biggest boost for this. I was at 580. What took me up over was I actually was able to focus on the Spirit Soul. I was able to bring the Jade Phoenix up from 1 star up to 3 stars, so I upgraded it twice. I had 120 shards for it. The first upgrade was for 30 to get it to 2 star, and then I believe 90 for the next one. So I think it's 130. Yeah, 130 to do it again. But as you can see, this is a huge boost in terms of stats. And that's what took me up. Most of this 608 came from that. So that was pretty good. All right, so let's okay. Keep focusing on the wheel. Of course, you always want to clear this out just to get all the stuff. Okay, it'll end tomorrow. Um, Monday, especially of course, the Monday event will come up tomorrow. So definitely want to make sure that you're participating in that. Um, it just it's a good way to get some soul jade. But other than that, that's pretty much everything that we've got for right now. So like I say, make sure that you do complete this because tomorrow you'll get whatever you get in here. So in case I'll get 960 accumulated diamonds. Time limit group still going on. A little bit low. A lot of my diamonds have been going into this. Okay. But also spent a lot of it inside of the some of the packs and exchanges and stuff inside of here. I spent quite a bit on getting. So this is still up for another 3 days. So I haven't started using this, but I'll be purchasing a lot of this stuff inside the resource exchange right here. They got some pretty nice shards in here for all the characters. Unfortunately, these uh, are no longer going to be primary characters. Once Chen leaves out there, he's not going to be, and he's already maxed out, so I don't need any shards for him. So really, in this, the only thing would be to get shards for Tang, San, or but they also have tickets, and I might want to start saving up to get a weapon for Tang Chen when Asura Tang Chen when he comes out, so that he'll have one, so I can purchase from there. They also got the good soulbone shards in here. You always want to see these. So there's 100 of these at 45, so that's 16. So wouldn't have probably used most of them, so that's not good. Also, there is an S down here. That's of course something you want to look at. So yeah, but we still got 3 days, so that's going to be a chance to get a lot more of these resources that you're going to need to actually get this. So that's why I'm holding off to just see how many I have. I don't want to start doing something now only to find out that I had enough that I could purchase something that I might want to have got, even though it was a little bit more. So I'll just hold off for right now until towards the end of the event. So this is a really good event. I really do enjoy this. Sort of like I guess just like a May celebration. Interestingly enough, so it came out at a pretty good time. Like I say, this closed out today. The metalworking turned out to be a bust. You couldn't get enough of the silver. You couldn't get enough of this, not the silver, the steel. This, they just don't give you much of it. You only get like a couple of them a day, and to get through this. So yeah, to get this, it's not worth because you're gonna have to spend diamonds to purchase the steel. I purchased 10 of them just to see how far it would go, and it doesn't go very far at all. You'd have to spend a lot of diamonds to complete that event, and this is not worth it. Okay, you can get I really never have any trouble whatsoever obtaining this inside of the shop and whatnot. So I don't see the need to go ahead and spend a whole lot of diamonds just to get it. If the rewards were maybe a little bit better, like maybe a chest where you could get like shards and choose something for that you might need, that would be a little bit better. But just forcing us into those, no, not something that I'm going to focus on at this particular time. But I do like the fact that they did offer something new. Okay, just something nice to look at. It looks like I think it's going to be back quite frequently. The way it's set up, it's basically if you just do your dailies, you get this stuff. There's nothing in here that needs to require a special consideration, and you'll get a lot of the actual this right here, the actual wood and the actual stone. You get quite a bit of that, as you can see, but they don't give you very much of this, and unfortunately it's needed. 2 of them are needed for every level. Okay, I like the fact that you can get some awakening branches, but to get this, I prefer a little bit more better reward if I'm going to spend that much diamonds. Plus I'm a little bit low on diamonds to begin with, but they give you enough in there, so if you can, you'd probably have to spend about 10,000, between maybe 7,000 to 10,000 diamonds, because it's 120 for one. So you're going to have to spend, you're probably going to have to buy all of it, to be quite blunt. That's probably what they've done. I haven't done the math, but I have a feeling you're allowed to purchase 40 of these. Something that you have to purchase all of them, okay, to complete this with the steel portion. That's going to give you 20 chances to open up this uh, inside the blacksmith metalwork, because it takes 2 each time. So that's going to give you 20 slots. So I don't think, actually, I don't even think, no, that would not be enough to complete that, because you need 2 for each one of these levels as well. So no, that would not be, um, would not be very productive at all. So, but it's a nice event. Nice that they have it out there. If you're interested, if you got an abundance of diamonds, then it might be something you want to consider. But not for me. All right, so yeah, make sure you do that. Make sure, of course, do your heaven do, as I say every week. Every day you should be doing that. Zoo King's concert. This ends today. Make sure that you should see an expired. You'll see an expired on your bag. That's for this. That's for the shards for this. So make sure you do that. You can pretty much clear out the shop. I purchased all those, all the tunes, all these, and I purchased the rest of these. And then I had a few left over, and I purchased a little bit of the gold because, so, it's easy to get. It's free, so, just from playing Zoo Kid's concert. So you should take part in it. And other than that, there's really not a whole lot going on. So I just wanted to give an update, show you that we finished out on Ren. She's all, for the time being, she's maxed out. Next focus, I'm probably going to start focusing on maybe powering up the second team a little bit. Now that we've got a full team for the second set, a second team can easily, you of course want to use the Asura Dragon as your tank for your second team. And of course you're going to want to use Tang San attacker. Bo is an attacker. And then as a healer, you can have Oscar. Okay, so that gives you a full SS team. If you want to look into that, because this is the main team. And of course, Bo, I'm not exactly sure the way that I want to do this. You see, here's the thing. Clear Sky is a straight. He's a physical attacker as well. So. But Tang Chen that's coming out is a physical attacker as well too. So you need some type of ranged attack, which means Bo might be more of a consideration as she's a ranged attacker. So we're going to have to make a serious consideration between either her or Tang Chen. I really don't. Yeah, my choice would not have been to come out with another physical attacker at this point in time. I would have. Preferred a healer, but as you can see, he's exactly like Clear Sky. So, that's going to have 3 people in the center. Okay, you're going to have your tank, and then if you have Clear Sky and a certain tank, they're all going to be physical. They're all going to be attack, they're all going to be at melee range, so they're all going to be physically in there in the front. Unfortunately, that's not where you want your attackers to necessarily be, all of them. So, although Clear Sky doesn't seem to have a problem with it, he survives quite fine. Asura has immunity, so he's going to be a good one too. So, he might, I don't know. If you're looking at the ledger based in anime, Clear Sky is supposed to be the strongest of all. That's Tang Chen's father. He is considered to be the strongest. Tang Chen's not considered. He's super strong, but I don't know if he's. But so I don't see him usurping Clear Sky's position, but he might. We'll just have to see on which way it goes. He does have an interesting skill set, which makes survivability a little better, and that's it. He applies Blood Mark, Okay, Chen will start to gather decreasing damage received by 15%, increasing his speed, attack, as well as dealing 4,000% of his physical damage to target. Okay, so that's a buttload of damage. Okay, no matter how you look at it. Okay, um, now if you look at his fusion skill, dispel and become immune to most disables for 3 seconds. Teleport to the enemy and rupture them, inflicting bleeding, as well as dealing 1 instance of massive damage. So as you can see, we're getting to the point, and of course the bleed lose 30% every 2 seconds. Okay, so as you can see, we're getting an extremely powerful skill set. Shadow execution, dispel, stun on self, and teleport, and it increases his attack speed for 15% by 5 seconds. Okay, deal massive damage due to the current threat and recovers 74% of damage dealt as health. So he's going to be able to heal himself. Deal 1 instance of damage to the current target and converts 20 damage dealt in the next 6 seconds into a shield. So he's even got a shield. So as you can see, survivability is not going to be that big of an issue. But it's best to have one type of ranged attacker. So having both him, Clear Sky, and Tang Chen on the front, it's probably not going to be that much of an issue, but it's something that we'll have to see. We'll have, and then we'll have to see exactly which goes. So yeah, I'm really surprised that they went straight with another physical attacker. My assumption would have been that they would have gone for a healer, but we'll have to see. So if you take a look at him, and in terms of his, so he's of course got bow, and of course his coming will be the next one. So we'll get the final shards for him most likely when this character is announced. Hopefully it'll be a healer. Although I'm not exactly sure how they're going to rate the fusion for that. We'll have to see. Hopefully it'll be something. Hopefully something interesting. Maybe they'll surprise us with something. All right, so that's all I've got. But thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see the bell. Click on it. Get notified each time I drop a video. Also remember to like and share the video. Helps the channel immensely. Kenner coming at you from the corner. Signing out.